We're gonna get a couple people live. Gwen knows we're going live.
How many people you got?
I just started. We got 4 or 5.
Oh.
Guys, here we are with Dale. He's going to give us some last thoughts on the race and the whole week and everything leading up to it. Dale, it's all yours. Have the floor.
I want to thank everybody that tuned in to our first social media blitz, I guess you could call it. I think we picked a hell of a weekend to bring all of you into the barn, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed putting it on. If you have any suggestions of what we should do in the future, I don't know how we could top Travers Weekend 2015 with our biggest win probably of my career. I'm glad everybody was there to join us. Send us anything you want to see that you'd be interested in, or any advice, suggestions. I don't know where you send it, but send it someplace. And let's do it again. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us.
Dale, you want to take a couple questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're not really sure on...
By the way, Coke is a product placement if you want to send me a check.
He said, how long do you think JC will be riding King?
As long as he wants to. He gave a perfect ride today. But with that being said, I'm going to say Kent helped us a lot. Kent worked with this horse in the 3 races that he rode him. He helped him mature and pay attention more and do what he was supposed to do in his races. And you have to give him credit for sticking with his brother, blood thicker than water. And but he understood, and Javier stepped in and rode a great race.
Okay, guys, we're still taking questions, so if you have any, this is the time. Somebody asked, what's next? Come to Philly.
It's a little quick, but it is $1 million. See you there. Now, I don't know what we'll do next. There's a good chance we just sit back and train into the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Okay, yeah, somebody was just asking about the Breeders' Cup. What did you think about AP and Frosted setting the early pace?
How many times have you seen, if you're racing fans, how many times have you seen a race that looks like there's no speed, and then all of a sudden it materializes? Everybody gets afraid to let the lone speed go, and you have to give the McLaughlin crew credit. They weren't lagging for second. They went out there and tried to win the race. And maybe if they take back, they run second, and Farrell goes on with it, but who knows? I mean, it was a great race. It was a good field of horses top to bottom. I'm not going to take anything away from our horse. He ran his race. He really showed a new dimension in the Haskell. And training the last month has trained different than he ever had before. He's gotten sharp, he's gotten arrogant, and he really does like what he's doing now.
We've got Elizabeth from Rome, New York. She wants to know, at the beginning of the race, did you really think that this would be happening?
You know, it's too great to ever really think it's going to happen. But I didn't think it was going to Preakness. Didn't think we were going to win Dubai World Cup. Didn't think we were going to win 3 Breeders' Cups. And when it happens, it's very surreal, and it's undescribable. Jake walking back with me said there's really nothing like winning a big race. But my friend Mike, pro golfer, pulled up in the cart this morning. He told me, he said, every time I start a golf tournament, first thing I would think before the first hole on Thursday was, why not me? And he said, that's what you should think today. Why not you? And walking over, I had some feeling of confidence that came over me that he was just going to run his best.
Do you think Rosario being taken off of Frosted was really helped you guys out?
He got replaced with a really good rider. I mean, you don't want to, in this caliber race, ever have any bumps in the road. But I don't know. I don't know what their strategy was. I respect the strategy if it was to go after him because, like I said, they went to win. They didn't lag for second, and they didn't let Farrell go. And that's what happens. When you build a reputation like Farrell's built, like Secretariat built, like Seattle Sloop built, you have a target on your back. And it's a respect. And they went after him, and we even went after him. And we were a lot closer than anybody expected us to be. We talked this morning. There's no reason to run second. We already did that in the grade 1 to Farrell. Let's put him in the race. Let's try to win.
Can you talk a little bit about the historical significance of this race?
You know, they were talking about Alan Jerkins and Onion beating Secretariat still to this day. So we'll just have to see what Jake can come to my grave and tell me 40 years from now what they're talking about.
Okay. Guys, we just a little bit more time. Any more questions for Dale? We got a lot of hearts flowing here, so they're loving what's going on.
It was amazing that you spent this winter with Alan Jerkins. He's been your mentor, maybe your whole professional life.
You're very welcome.
And wherever he was today, he's smiling.
Let me
because
tell
he's
you,
loving that.
Alan was the greatest man I ever met. And one of the last conversations we had was him meeting the secretary with Onion. He didn't apologize to anybody. So he wasn't going to apologize to anybody. That the horse, all horses deserve to be tested. He said Secretary's a great horse, but he wasn't unbeatable. And he proved it twice with two different horses. So the day before the race, I rode down to the Flash barn and sat for a minute. And I wish he had called me after the race. I wish he could have called, because he would have.
So we just got a compliment on your interviewing, just about how well you interview and just how great you are.
But thank you, whoever said that.
Yeah.
I can't read and write, but I can talk.
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to communicate some way.
Everybody knows you're going to celebrate, but how are you going to celebrate tonight?
Bourbon. We'll start with bourbon, maybe then some shots of tequila. There'll probably be a large pizza involved somewhere along the way, and then some water and Advil, and come out of my cocoon in about 3 days.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Dale, just a few last
That's a
closing words.
Kentucky celebration.
Ready?
Anyway, thank you. We didn't know what we were doing coming into this media blitz. I've never sent an email in my life. I don't know what Periscope is, but I've got a lot of people around me that do know how to send emails and what Periscope is. It's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I don't know how we're going to top it.
Okay, guys. Well, we say thank you, and yeah, somebody says yes, bourbon and pizza. Amen. We got great Keen Ice Rocks. You did great. Thank you. We've had a lot of compliments about just thank you for doing what we're doing. We've had a lot of those, so
We're going to try to keep it up.
he says, way to go, Dale. Okay, guys, time to go party.